Airbnb is on the brink of bankruptcy. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up, strap in. We got hard hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So let's jump back on the real estate merry-go-round as we examine the good, the bad, and maybe a little bit of the ugly.
No, Scott, not the ugly. Only examine rainbows and sunshine.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look between the economic cracks. We got some cracks to look through today. Welcome to the swimming pool, Airbnb. You know, here's again another byproduct of a housing bubble. When you saw all these Airbnb vacation style rentals popping up all over with speculators and just mom and pops trying to get in on the party, the cheap financing, and try to just make money as Airbnb owners, it's now all coming to an end. Not only are people not spending the money the way they once were, This is hard. This is really hard because people are being forced now they can't use their properties as Airbnbs anymore, right? We've heard about that. I remember seeing this all over the place, man. All over the place, especially condos. Condos in any place with an HOA, they are squashing your ability to have an Airbnb or vacation or short-term rental. So, and here's the thing. We're seeing it now in Spain and Madrid. Their government is, in fact, we're going to look at an article here in a second, serving up a massive blow to Airbnb, making them pull off tens of thousands of vacation rentals. They are now telling them they cannot. And the reason they're doing this is the scary part, is they're saying it's because there's a affordability crisis and a housing shortage, and we need more long-term rentals on the market. And so they're trying to force these owners to rent them out as long-term rentals. Now, of course, Airbnb is fighting it, but this might be a losing battle because this was only working in the height of the euphoria when people had all this excess stimulus money, this cash. And that's what happens when you double the amount of money that was in circulation, courtesy of stimulus. You overheated the economic engine. You cannot do that. It's pouring nitroglycerin into the engine of the economy. And anytime you pour nitroglycerin into an engine, it blows. And that's what we're seeing right now. It is blowing, and this is what's happening with Airbnb. They might be on borrowed time because as we enter into recession, regardless if state municipalities, government, leadership forces people to no longer be able to operate as vacation short-term rentals, it doesn't matter. People are shrinking. So whether this happens or not, it's either going to be a slow bleed or just blood in the streets. That is what we're faced with. This is the byproduct of a real estate bubble. Let's jump over and see what's happening in Madrid and Airbnb, and if this will be coming to a city near you. Let's go ahead and jump over there, take a look, and then we'll meet back here and wrap it up. Let's get started. All right, friends, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors as this latest report comes in. Court ruling delivers blow to Airbnb. No, say it isn't so. This was supposed to be fail-proof. Well, not so quick. Local governments are reaching in and putting an end to this party for sure. Let's keep reading. The Spanish government has mandated the removal of nearly 66,000 Airbnb listings to address a severe housing crisis. The listings were found to be non-compliant with regulations, lacking proper licenses, or containing invalid numbers. The decision comes amid the growing public concern surrounding Spain's housing affordability. Spanish Consumer Affairs Minister noted an investigation identified over 65,000 listings that did not meet legal standards. Following a Madrid High Court ruling, the government has required Airbnb to remove an initial batch of 5,800 listings, with more to follow. Airbnb plans to appeal the government's decisions and will keep its listings active during the appeals process. The company argued that the core issue is the scarcity of housing in Spain. But this is where the problem lies, my friends. They contributed to that very issue. I think we get the gist of it. Let's jump back to the studio and wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. And there you go. This is a glimpse into the future, my friends. It has started. This is, and here's to add insult to injury, leadership that is now bringing this whole thing to light with these vacation rentals saying, hey, we need housing. You cannot You cannot operate as a vacation rental anymore. And this is very multi-layered. But they're the people that caused it by dropping the interest rates during a lockdown environment with limited inventory. That upward pressure, they created the problem, and now they're trying to undo it. And so I feel really bad for anybody that bought into the whole vacation rental model, because they're in big trouble, massive trouble. And here's where it gets better or worse depending on how you look at it. Like I said, regardless, I mean, the thing is, here's the thing. Even if you take when you bought this property as a vacation rental, you're like, hey, if we have this many bookings, which we should be able to make X amount of money. But as a long-term rental, they're not as lucrative because your rent rates are much lower for long-term rentals. So they're not going to pencil out. So if you got to price your property to either be at a break even, hopefully cash flow, but at minimum a break even, and your property's going upside down in value. It's not worth what you paid, so you have no option. You can't sell it now. You have to rent it. But if you can't rent it for your payment as a long-term rental, it only penciled as a short-term vacation rental, there's only one way that you're going to go, into foreclosure. And I think leadership knows this. I think that they are all about letting this thing crash and burn. You know, even Jerome Powell, back in the euphoria when he started raising rates, said, I think the housing market needs a little bit of a reset. That's putting it mildly. That's him sugarcoating it. That's him saying, in fact, we need to reset the housing market. We need some sort of crash. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a real estate guy that wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. They're shark infested. Vacation rentals, welcome to the swimming pool. It's not looking good. You're getting shut down in Spain, Madrid, and all over the world. This could spell disaster for Airbnb. They might, in fact, be going bankrupt at some level. If one thing's for sure, they're going to be laying off employees left and right. And a lot of their employees are homeowners too. Multi-layered, like I was saying at the beginning. In the meantime, I'll be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It would be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, gonna love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. God bless. I'll see you on the next video.